Hello there and welcome to the statistics question of the day. So we are at question number 2 and today's date is 8 April 2020. So if you have not seen the previous question, which is the question number 1, then you can look at the previous video. So this series, as you would have, if you would have seen my first video, I have created it because to remember a topic, the best way is to solve the question related to it. And here, by showing you the question, my basic idea is to spark the creativity or have a research mindset ignited in you, so that you will not only solve this question but remember the methodology for a longer period of time. Alright, so let's look at the question. Well, let's say there are 3% of Indian citizens who are billionaire, whereas 10% of 15,000 IT executives are billionaire. So what we are doing is that first of all we are looking at the entire population and saying that 3%, and then there are just out of that population there are 15,000 IT execs like CEOs or CFOs who are out of those 15,000 IT execs, only 10% are billionaire. Okay. Then if a random sample of 150 IT execs are selected, right, you just went ahead and randomly picked, like you closed your eyes or created a chit, and I just picked up the chit from a bag, that 150 chits, and you are saying that out of these 150 execs are selected, what proportion of sample will have. So first of all, you need to identify the approach or methodology that you will follow to solve this question. So what I will really ask you to think is either search about this particular, how you find the proportion of sample or what methodology is followed if you are not already aware. If you are already aware, then let's move on to the next question. So what proportion of sample will have between 15% to 25% billionaire? Then next question is between 20% to 30% question billionaire. So if you have already solved the question number 2, you will be able to easily solve the question number 3. So between 15% to 25% billionaire, the question number 2, and question number 3 is between 20% to 30% billionaire. And the next question is more than 50% billionaire. So what proportion of sample will have more than 50% of billionaire? And this type of question, if you would try to recollect, if you are very keen or used to of reading a newspaper, that's the sort of analysis that they do, and that's what you call the real data journalism, by really looking in depth into the data and then providing the insights. So more than 50%, what proportion of sample will have more than 50% billionaire? And finally, if sample size of 100 is taken, so earlier the sample size were 150 as you could see over here, but if the sample size of 100 is taken, then how it will affect your last 3 question, right? So if this is what your sample is, then question number 2, 3 and 4, how they will be affected. So I hope you will enjoy this case study and find it intriguing, and this will help you to open up your research mindset. And once you solve this, I'm sure that you will start looking at similar type of question whenever you are looking at some sort of a similar report into a newspaper or in a magazine, which tries to answer with a similar sort of problems. So that's about it, and I hope you will enjoy it, and I will meet you in the next video with some new question.